Hey y'all, welcome to Freedom Makers. I'm Amanda and today I'm really excited because I'm in my corn patch. I am actually allergic to corn, but I'm growing it anyway. I found over time that I can eat corn as long as it has not been sprayed with pesticides. I happen to be just really sensitive to certain chemicals, unusually so, and so I have started growing my own so that I can have corn. Now in previous years I have planted, here what's behind me, this is Danny corn that I got from my neighbors at Deep South Homestead, and it's popping up beautifully one by one. They're doing great. I have in the past processed this and made the most amazing cornbread that I've ever tried in my life. But this year I decided to also plant sweet corn. Now, some of you have asked me, is it okay that you're planting these? Won't they cross-pollinate? Yes. These are going to cross-pollinate, and the seeds will be some kind of weird hybrid. But I'm not planning on saving my seed this year because I have plenty of it. If you are saving your seeds, if this is your first time, you don't have a lot of extra, then you may want to separate your corn and grow some on one side of the yard and some on another, or just plant either sweet corn or field corn. The Danny corn is a field corn. This, however, is a sweet corn. Now this is a new variety. I've never tried this before. It's called Peaches and Cream. I picked this because Paul had tried this in Canada and said it is the most sweet, beautiful, rich corn that he has ever tried in his life. And so I wanted to try it too. So I'm growing some now. I picked these seeds up at a local feed store, and I planted each of these 2 by 2 because I didn't know how those seeds would grow. I didn't know if they would germinate. You know, when you're planting something new, you want to do extra because you may not be sure of the quality of the seeds. And so I planted these 2 by 2, and I am today getting out here to thin to the strongest one. So here you can see there's an obvious difference. This one that is not as robust, I'm just pulling him up. Now I've never transplanted corn that I have thinned, but I've heard of people doing this and I would like to try it myself. So on the other side of the yard, near our okra that you saw yesterday, I have a little bit of space. I'm going to take what I thin from here and plant that over there, and we'll just see how it goes. It may grow, it may not. I'm trying to pull these very carefully so that I have good roots. So see, the roots are coming up pretty easily. This is beautiful earth that we're planting in, and so I think it will let me pull these up pretty gently. That one may not do, but I'm going to have enough of these from these 2 rows that I can easily fill the space that I have extra. Okay, sometimes you will find in your corn patch that things don't go according to plan. Right here, I don't know what has happened, but this little guy didn't work out. He's fallen over, and then this second one is just like really stunted and not working out so great. So I'm going to pull this up. We're not going to have that. And I'm going to instead take that grass out. Plant one of these. This one looks the best so far. I'm going to plant this guy right here. I have these planted like 8 to 12 inches apart, somewhere in the middle there. And I'm just going to pop this guy in that one's place and see if he grows. Like he may not, but you know, what do I have to lose? And I'm just going to keep thinning until I get them all done. Sometimes you'll find that nothing comes up at all. Here, I have a space where nothing came up. There's this tiny little weed here. So I am going to put one here as well. Let's see. This one has good strong roots. And we'll just see what happens with these. I have never transplanted corn before, but it's worth a shot to get an extra few ears. I'm in the okra patch. That's what's planted behind me. Basil is in front of me. This is just a patch that I didn't have anything planted on the rest of this row and this row. So I'm gonna plant this in corn as well as this. I noticed a few things about the corn I just pulled up. On some of them, I pulled off the taproot, so it's broken right here. I'm not gonna use that guy. Instead, I'm gonna use these that have the corn still attached because this taproot is not broken. So that makes me think this is gonna be a stronger plant because this root is still gonna grow. It's gonna continue to get bigger, and that's gonna ground my corn. You don't want it blowing over, and this is definitely gonna blow over because the taproot is damaged, it's broken. So that's never gonna stand up. Instead, I'm gonna use these. I'm gonna pick the best ones out, the thickest stalks with the corn still attached, and I'm gonna put those in the ground. When I put them in the ground, I'm just digging a small hole here. I'm putting this down in here. I want the roots to, just be normal. Just let them relax in there. And I'm gonna pile this dirt in around to just below that first leaf. When you plant corn in a mound like this, you have to continue to mound the dirt around it because the roots will become exposed. So it's okay if you're mounding your dirt around your corn some. You don't want it to go over the leaves, but you want it deep enough in there so it's not gonna fall over. A while ago there was a nice breeze and my corn was bending a little, but it wasn't falling over, it was coming back up. So that's how you know it's in there good. And I think these will survive. I think these will do just fine. I'm going to continue to watch these, and if I see that that they're not in there deep enough, if maybe they're bending too far in the wind, I may put a little more dirt around them, but I think up to this, just below this first leaf, is going to serve them well. Transplanted. It looks like it might rain. I'm hoping it will, but just in case, I'm probably going to give these a little bit of water. In a few weeks, we'll bring you back and we'll know for sure if this worked or not. At the end of the season, we'll know for sure if we get corn from these. But I may be crazy for trying this, but this year I think that every single piece of food I can grow is going to matter. And so if you guys are gardening, if you have done this before, maybe you've transplanted corn, maybe you haven't, maybe you're growing a new variety, maybe you're allergic to corn like I am. I've been actually tested and tested positive for a corn allergy, but I'm growing it anyway because I didn't have any kind of reaction to the Danny corn. So I'm going to try this as well and see at the end of the season if I can eat this and it not bother me having grown it at home. So we'll see. This is just kind of an experiment. I'm taking you guys along for that. And I would love to hear your stories. So if you're transplanting, if you have an allergy, if you've found a difference in pesticide-free versus like store-bought, I'd love to hear from you guys and see what your stories are too. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate each of you, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye, my friends.